Good morning, everyone! Welcome back to the Two-Headed Wolf gaming channel and King Arthur the role-playing Wargame, where a brand new year has started, and we're gonna try to do as much as possible
On my way.
to improve the situation all around in our villages, while also trying to make some progress. Let's see. Monks and preachers, so we can crush the Baron's army with the forced and free the preachers. That is the simplest way, right? We do a battle. Come to an agreement. I make an agreement with the Baron offering a ransom and the King's forgiveness in exchange for the preacher's freedom, +1 to Tyrant. I hire an assassin to take care of the Baron, and his army will scatter if left on its own without their leader. Or conversion. I persuade the Baron to convert to Christianity and provide him at the same time with the church where he can practice his newly chosen religion. In return for his obedience, I assure him that Arthur will forgive his past misdeeds. I mean, we can do this. We have a bunch of these artifacts that I'm not sure we necessarily need. Right, we can give these two away, and that will provide us with 1 Christianity. Let's see, how much does it take to get here? Well, we need at least an extra turn. We are going to go with this army. Let's see, did we replenish them? I think so. Yes, they look replenished.
On my way.
Let's take a look at this rebellion. And what do they mean? I'd better fight with the rebels before they increase their influence and become stronger. We lose some population growth, but we gain loyalty. Negotiations cut short. I divide them by promises, threats, and gifts, and then have the reluctant amongst in the trap and killed on the spot. As for the commoners, I have them decimated and sent back home to till the fields where they belong. +1 to Tyrant, lose population growth, but 4 loyalty for 4 seasons. That makes it very quick. Or we could get... I entered into negotiation with the rebel leaders and convince them to go home peacefully and disband. I serve justice on their supposed discontent, lower the taxes of nobility, as well as ease the burdens of peasantry. Or the King's offer. I make the rebel leaders agree that a portion of their forces will join mine and the rest will live in peace, and they are forgiven. I mean, I will go with this. Less gold taxes, it's a bit of an issue, but not that much, and we get some loyalty out of it. And we just need to give 1 Phoenix helmet, which is a cheap price to pay. What else do we have here? This guy. For 8 more turns, but taking a look at the land, it's not really suffering that much, so I'll leave those ghosts alone. Over on this side, this is a pretty tough army. And truth be told, even though there might be some rewards, but I don't see the point of taking that risk. I think it's better if we focus on fighting this army, right, of wolves. That is a huge loss, and the armies are not that great. So we're gonna go after him there. And with this army, I definitely need a reorganization of the troops. Let's try to get to this fellow right here, to the noble Sir Percival, and see if we can do that quest, and then we'll reorganize the army, go home, try to replenish some, disband some. Yeah, there are quite a few ideas that I have in mind of what we could do. Okay. We'll end another turn. Okay, so these ghosts are moving around.
Greetings, my king. Sir Gawain is a living legend, the knight who hunts down monsters. But now one of his archenemies, the infamous Green Knight, has decided to take revenge on him, and has captured the bride of Sir Gawain and taken her to his castle of stone and thorns. Sir Gawain isn't asking for favors, he is negotiating. If you help him, he will offer his services as a knight of the Round Table.
Hey?
Greetings to you, my lord. One of Sir Tristan's servants comes to you and asks for your help. When this brave young knight went on a noble quest, he was captured by the Green Knight, one of the most monstrous warriors of the realm. If you can save him, you have an excellent...
So now we get, from the Round Table, we have two quests. One is with Sir Gawain, and the other one is with Tristan and Isolde. So we will have here a bit of a decision to make, right? Whether we go on this side or whether we go on that side. Sir Gawain is one of the greatest warriors in Bithynia, but he's also arrogant and vengeful champion. He has still retained some merits of his once honorable past and now travels the wilderness alone, hunting down monsters. He has loyal followers and vile enemies, and as it happens, one of his arch enemies, the infamous Green Knight, has now decided to take his revenge on him and capture the bride of Sir Gawain, and taken her to his castle of Blackstone and Rightful, and made all necessary precautions to prevent Sir Gawain from entering the castle. Sir Gawain isn't asking for a favor, he's negotiating. I think I'm going to go for Tristan. One of Sir Tristan's servants comes and asks for you for help. He is self-righteous, a brave knight, son of King Melodias and Quick Isabel of Lyoness, the land now lost beneath the sea. He is destined to do mighty deeds, but he suffers dearly from his love of Lady Isolde, Sir Gawain's bride, that was brought upon him as a curse. So, Lady Isolde is Sir Gawain's bride and is captured by the Green Knight. This is a telenovela. One of Sir Gawain's arch enemies, the infamous Green Knight, captured Lady Isolde and took her to his castle. As Sir Tristan discovered, he tried to rescue her from the Castle of Thorns. However, Sir Tristan failed against the monstrous knight and he also became a prisoner in the ancient castle. If you can save Sir Tristan, you will have an excellent new knight at your table. So Sir Tristan, Rightful and Christian, he's not Christian but at least he's Rightful, simple champion, and we would get Lady Isolde. And that will provide our loyalty to the husband, tax income to the owned fiefdoms, and also +1 to loyalty. Okay. So where is the Tristan and Isolde is here. So
yes, my
let's go help
way.
him. I think we're gonna make a 4th army soon. The mysterious Green Knight has kidnapped Princess Isolde. Tristan tries to rescue her, but he also got captured. His page is looking for you and asks for help. We have a lot of adventuring here, some fight, but I guess this guy would be better. Yeah, we might have to fight the Green Knight, so let's bring Sir Balon. You notice a lone rider galloping madly across the field. Behind him, around a half-dozen vicious-looking wolves are chasing him. The rider notices your army and turns his tired horse towards you, shouting for help. I order my men to shoot the wolves. Several arrows hit the wolves and 3 of them keel over at once. The others give up the chase and run away. The rider reaches you and gets down from his tired mount. Thank you for saving my life, sir. I am the page of Tristan and I beg you to help me in his name. Sir Tristan and Isolde were captured by the hideous Green Knight, who is keeping them in his castle. If you rescue them, Sir Tristan will verily be in your debt. Who is the Green Knight? They say the Green Knight is not human. He's a monster of the forest. I'm sure he sent those wolves after me too. I even heard that he is immortal. How did your lord get captured? The page seems very proud. Sir Tristan is my master. He is the defender of fate and lives by the rules of chivalry. His face darkens. He got captured when he tried to rescue Isolde from the evil clutches of the Green Knight. Who is Isolde? Isolde is a magnificent noble lady, the love of my master Tristan. They wish to be married, but the Green Knight kidnapped Isolde before they could do so. Alright, I'll help your lord. The forest gets denser as your army ventures deeper. Without the help of the page, who had made his trip twice already, your scouts would have had trouble finding the way. It is getting dark when the page says that now you are close to the Green Knight's castle. We can attack directly, but why would I do that? Well, let's try to sneak. At first glance, the castle seems abandoned as it is so overgrown with plants. It takes some time for you to spot the guards in their strange-looking greenish armor plates. You know where to look, so you easily find a good place to climb in. You are in an empty room where weeds grow from cracks in the floor. A small animal runs away and disappears down a hole. There is a door leading to an empty-looking corridor. I go and kill the Green Knight. I try to find Isolde first. You sneak quietly upwards in the spooky forest castle. Suddenly you hear footsteps coming your way. Oh, let's give this one a go. The lone soldier had no chance against you when you ambushed him. He topples over without a yelp, and you even managed to catch him before when he falls, so that he doesn't make a loud noise. Oh, let's hide the body, don his armor and advance deeper. No, let's hide the body and continue. You continue on your way and luckily nothing happens. You walk up the long flight of stairs and peek into the corridor and notice an ornate door flanked by two bored guards. It looks as if you found Isolde's room. Let's attack the guards. You charge them, and though they react slowly, one of them managed to cut you before you overpower them. You enter the room and look around. It is heavily overgrown with plants, but you see nothing else. Isolde isn't here, and probably never was. What were they guarding there? After a quick search, you find a scepter with a nice dragon carving on it. You take it and leave the room. Let's go in the dungeon. You set out toward where you expect the prison to be. Soon you find it as peek into the guard room. There is only one guard sitting at the wooden table, sleeping. On the wall you see the keys to the cell hanging from the peg. I knock the guard unconscious. You quietly take the ring, sneak down the cells. You'll find Tristan's cell and free him. Sneak out. Tristan is not well versed in the art of sneaking. Luckily the guard is still unconscious and he doesn't sound the alarm. However, you hear disturbing noises from the outside. You peek out the window and see a gathering army. They are going to attack your warriors. Let's send Tristan to warn the army, and while we go back and kill the Green Knight. You sneak towards the castle, avoiding the guards. The place looks more and more like a forest, with weeds and bushes everywhere. Finally, you reach an archway leading to the Green Chapel. The entrance is guarded by two tall, blue crystal-like and silly warriors. Let's attack them. The transparent blue creatures are fearsome opponents, but you are a warrior of legend. Well, except if you're fighting guards. You slay them quickly and incur only a few minor wounds. The way is clear into the chapel, but you have to hurry, as you hear more guards running this way. The Green Chapel is clearing in a forest. There are no buildings at all, only a small lake. When you look into the water, you are surprised to see a resting army that you recognize at once. It is yours. You also see another army very close to yours, preparing to attack. You realize that what you thought was a pile of rocks at the edge of the water is actually the Green Knight himself, kneeling motionlessly. He seems to be lost in concentration, probably casting a spell. He seemingly hasn't noticed you. I quickly chop off his head. You swing your weapon and chop its head off with a single blow. The head rolls into the lake while the body topples over, green blood spurting from the wound. You hear the guards coming. You have to warn your army about the upcoming attack. You manage to get out.
Attack!
Okay. So we weren't really successful there, but maybe in this way we are not fighting the Green Knight. They're deepwood archers, they are strong, even at no level at all, and they do have deadly arrows and surprise shots. At least they don't have no protection against magic, so we should make quick work with Sir Gareth. And in the end, I hope we'll be successful. Okay. Okay, this map has the archer, right? The guard post. Okay.
Archers.
Well, let's take our archers, spread them out. They have no hero, so I'm guessing that there will be plenty of abilities that we will be able to use against him. We'll have our heavy infantry and then the light in the back. And finally the two cavalry that we have here that we will use to capture the different posts. Maybe we'll have one on that side and we'll move one on this side. Did we ever take a look at swords? Let's see. Here are the swordsmen. I mean, look at those swords. I really find this game to be, like, they've done a really good job on trying to create this fantasy world that is a world of knights and magic. This was a game before its time, so to speak, or so to say. Now I want to hurt his archers first of all. Like before getting to anything else. But I could throw some of these here. Right? Just so I can hurt them a bit. And I am going forward. Did this cavalry go there? No.
Archers. Infantry. Archers. Fire.
Let's see. Swords.
Fire.
Yeah, those are the guys that I want to attack first.
Archers. Fire. Archers. Fire. Fire. Archers. Fire. Fire. Infantry.
Okay, we'll do this spell. Let's do it there.
Archers. Fire.
Okay, only 7
Fire.
remained here.
Infantry.
Okay.
Archers. Fire.
I wonder if I could fire upon them here. I'll wait a tiny bit more,
Archers.
because I want to do another Curse of Shadows.
Fire.
Okay. Let's see if we can bait them a bit.
Fire. Archers. Fire.
Right? A few attacks like this. Few volleys. Go for swift arrows, which increases the rate of fire. Let's bring these guys forward.
Cavalry. Archers. Fire. Archers. Fire. Archers. Fire. Archers.
Now we can use our archers freely. As you can see, our defenses do matter. Yeah, and now we can go forward. And let's speed it up just a tiny bit. I'm gonna gather my cavalry here. There is a meal which will provide us more food after the battle. Okay, cavalry, heavy infantry. Let's destroy his units. For as much as we can. I'll bring you here. Let's do masterful tactics here. Okay. Let's go here. Let's attack with these guys. Maybe a wedge. With you, I'll put you in the wedge formation as well. You start firing upon those guys. Let's leave them to come inside the forest. I mean, if there's something that could work really great to our advantage here is fighting them in the forest. Right? And now one final volley on these. On silly. How do I want to do this? Let's do that. I think going for a Fog of Avalon might be a good idea. I know, let's do a Curse of Shadows here. And let's shoot with these guys here. Wedge formation, and let's bring them over on this side. And now we'll fire upon his archers right there. And let's bring these guys into the forest. You will attack here. Yeah, this will go absolutely great. Good, good. Go with masterful tactics again. And that's it. This army is super strong. We lost 12 soldiers in the entire battle. I'm hoping that I can create the same amount of balance in the other armies as well, as we will need it. Okay. Aquila of the Last Legion, +3 morale to the hero's army and +1 to leadership. Okay. New hero, Sir Tristan. Blast, okay, regeneration, retaliation. There's a few skills that we can add to him. Shall we marry him to Isolde? He is a proud leader. He is relentless. He is precise, and he's a glorious leader. Okay, he is perfect. I will have to give him rain, but other than that, he is absolutely perfect as a governor. Okay,
Yes, my
well,
lord.
I will need to take care of that as well. Let's go here first.
On my way.
Let's do this quest. Maybe I'll even start recruiting here. Someone with a lot of battle. Let's throw 30 gear in here. You reach a small village at the edge of the woods. The peasants eye you suspiciously. When you tell them who you are, they warn you about the dangers of the forest where the fairy folk live. And the Lord of the Land, the giant slayer Sir Bedivere, doesn't welcome visitors. Well, let's visit him. The castle of Sir Bedivere is a true fortress, swarming with armed vassals. The knight himself is a grim, strong and battle-hardened man who could be a dangerous enemy or a valuable ally. He is a true believer of the old faith. The young man who lives here must not leave the woods. He'd be an excellent knight, and it's a shame that he can't use his talent for Britannia. But an ancient prophecy says that he could cause the destruction of the old faith. While I live and breathe, he can't leave. Sir Bedivere has an offering for you. If King Arthur gives him 3 provinces as fiefdoms, he will join the Round Table. In such a case, of course, he can't forbid you to enter the woods and meet Percival. Never. Are you a knight or a merchant? I will rescue young Percival. You reach the edge of the woods where the gnarled ancient trees guard the forest. Your warriors set up camp here, at the glade. You go deeper into the forest. The woods is getting thicker and darker, and suddenly you feel that you have crossed an invisible line into the mysterious deep wood. The trees are gnarled and the mist swamps are the glades. Eerie noises pierce the silence. You reach the glade where the silence is even more frightening. You see a strange creature among the trees. His skin looks like bark. "Hold there," he says. His voice is deep and old. "I am the guardian of this forest, and I demand that you leave immediately." I keep my hand on the hilt of my sword, and I move closer. "If you wish, noble knight, I'll banish you from my wood by sheer force. He's quick and deals deadly blows. You fight for quite a long time. You receive some minor wounds, but finally, you cut off his head with a mighty swing of your weapon." I venture deeper into the woods and find Sir Percival. I reach a glade where the young man is practicing his swordsmanship. You ask his name. "I am Percival," he says simply. You see him eyeing your armor and your weapons wistfully. He's a very good warrior indeed. He's almost overwhelmed by joy when you tell him to join you. You return to the camp with Percival. Your warriors cheer at the sight of the young noble. They begin to take down the pavilions where a messenger arrives for Bedivere. "Both of you must come with me," he says, and gestures to the hill where dozens of the same banner appear. We can defeat him in battle. Let's follow him and see what happens. The castle of Sir Bedivere is a true fortress, swarming with armed vassals. The knight himself is a grim, strong, and battle-hardened man who could be a dangerous enemy or a valuable ally. He is a true believer of the old faith. Percival, okay, so Percival stays here, and I thank you for your generous gift. What is he? Oh, he asks us for help for the sake of his faith. In return, you'll get a powerful relic. "Percival comes with me. If I have to, I'll defeat you in battle." Sir Bedivere stares at you with a grim face. "So be it, knight of the Round Table. You will have the battle you asked for. You can leave now peacefully. You are still my guest, but tomorrow I shall be your enemy." Ooh, do we have enough strength? We have archers. We have the Knights of Elaine, which will be monsters against these. I mean, these are really tough. And we do have 2 heavy shields. I guess with the rest we can't do much, but keep them behind. We can use Sir Dagonet to use Curse of Shadows against his archers. With Sir Tegir, we can do Enfeeblement on Sir Bediver, and thus hurting him in the process. Or we could even do Bonds of Magic if this guy used Sheed Roads to teleport around the battlefield for too long. Okay. Well, we have a good chance to create some opportunities here and win, but that is going to have to happen tomorrow. Until then, I hope you have enjoyed it, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day. And if you want to play this story yourself, grab it. And I would recommend it that now, after all this playthrough and trying to install it on the Windows and everything else, I do recommend that you go for the GOG version, or one of those that you can apply a patch you'll find on the internet, which makes the game not crash anymore on the newer systems. If it's an older system, you can even use the Steam ones. But anyway, with that, I wish you all a wonderful day.